Champions, pleasure to have you here once again. Today we're going to take a little bit of an intro look to the Maesters Secrets series, which I'll be putting out in the coming weeks and months. Now, I notice a lot of tutorials that basically run through what you can see yourself in game, and while that can be useful for more beginner or intermediate players that haven't necessarily formed a full understanding of the game and the relations between different aspects of the game, I think there's a lot of room for discussion around the complexities of some of these different topics and subjects. So the series is going to be a little bit more analytical, a little bit more discussion based, and while I am the one talking at you, I'd really encourage people to comment below, ask questions or make commentary, provoke thought on different things that I've said. As always, I have no, esoteric knowledge from the chronicler gods that no one else are able to see or gather themselves. So everything is based on my personal opinion, but I try and base that opinion as much as possible on analytics and figures. In saying that, I still make some decisions of the heart, and you'll see some of them throughout the series, but that is part and parcel of having fun and playing a game. So we're going to look at a few different aspects. I'm just showing up a bit of a flowchart here that I've done to give myself an idea of where I'm going with this and to set myself some goals for what I want to cover during the series. I'd like to, of course, do the general breakdown or discussions on events of different types, mainly because it plays into something else that I would really like to discuss and go into more detail with, which is roles within an alliance and playstyles based on those roles and the setups that you come to with your own castle build. So as much as it's a flowchart from one side to another or from the center out, each series or each episode is going to cover multiple subjects and sort of blend into each other. There's no way to segregate certain aspects of this discussion. You can't talk about being a rally leader without putting it in a situation like cross-server fighting or, castle siege situations. And you can't talk about castle sieges without mentioning rally leaders and different types of castles that you're going to need to achieve those things. So it will be a bit of a mix and mash. We'll cover various topics on one episode, and on another episode it might be fully focused. In saying that I don't want to do full tutorials, there's certain things that I do want to go over, and there's certain things that I believe I've got a few tips for and tricks for that do make a lot of sense to put out to you guys. So I will be taking a look at certain, like how to build infrastructure within your alliance, which will include hyper farms, soft farms, and things of this nature. We'll be talking about the war side of things and the different castle builds, so of course I'll voice my opinions and thoughts on the different builds and how to best achieve those. But rather than just outlining what it is to be a rally leader or a solo fighter, I'd like to talk about how you can best achieve that with the resources available in the game and with the resources available to yourself personally. So it may mean that I'll be doing a couple of episodes on certain things, mainly because there's such a wide variety of players. So it may mean that I will have to do an episode for free to play or medium spenders compared to higher. Although I fairly well assume that if somebody's a high spender, they're probably going to be pretty switched on with what they're aiming to achieve and what they're going for. So I will try and focus, and I inherently will focus on low to medium spenders anyway, since that's fairly well where I fit into. So a lot of my research and the data I've collected is based on that, and a lot of the decisions I make are based on that. But that's not to say that I don't understand where others come from and what they aim to achieve and why they're willing to do certain things that I'm not willing to do. But yeah, that's about it, I think. we're going to take a look at a whole lot of stuff. I welcome all and any questions, comments below, and I'll try and get through at least 1 or 2 a week as an ongoing thing, although that will depend of course on what's going on in game, events and life. Alright, cheers guys, have a good one, catch you next time.